I really just wanted it all in there. And that made it a much more difficult project, but that's what I'm proud of, is I somehow was able to put everything in that I wanted to put in. And it came together. It didn't come together automatically. It was work, but that's, I think, what I'm really, really happy with, because I think it'll be a lot more useful for people.
I think so too. Wow. I can't wait to get my hands on it. My pre-order has been in for several months now. We have absolutely been looking forward to this in the community, and it's so needed. Like you said, I've never suffered through any major mental issues, but going carnivore, learning this information, help me mentally in ways that are hard to express unless you've tried this yourself and know what it's like. And so just absolutely so grateful for you and your work, and to hear your work all those years ago and get to chat with you today, and to hear how proud you are of this book is just absolutely stellar. Where can people go to find you and connect with you and your work?
Well, I have a website I've had for a long time called Diagnosis Diet. And I'm sorry that that's the name of the website, but that was the name of the book I thought I was originally going to write 12 years ago. Things change. And so that's the name of the website. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. So if people want to engage with me personally and ask questions, I'm pretty good at answering questions online. I started an Instagram account, which I'm still new at, so bear with me. And I'm on Facebook as well. All the handles are always Georgia Eat MD. And yeah, but so you can learn more about the book at the website, but you can also um, uh, engage with me online if you prefer. And I'm going to be, various conferences throughout the year. So if you keep an eye on the website, I'll tell you like where I'm going to be if you happen to be around and you want to come to a meeting. Be great to meet people in person. So, you said you mentioned that your mental health improved on a carnivore diet, and I was just curious. You've probably told your listeners 100 times already. I don't know, but I'm curious. Can you tell me what you experienced?
It was similar to what I had, I guess, kind of mentioned earlier. Like, I didn't think I had anxiety. I didn't think I had, depression. I was never diagnosed with anything. It's just that I'll say it in this way, where a recent guest said it, and I thought he said it really well. Before I tried carnivore, I had problems. Something would happen, it would be problematic. I couldn't just sit down and have a think about it and solve it. It was just this big stressful nasty thing, and it would like ruin my day or ruin my week or whatever. And I remember a stressful event happening. Somebody needed a refund. I lost a whole bunch of money, and it was like, okay, cool, here you go. And it's like, why did I respond that way? Why are birds so beautiful all of a sudden? Why is the blue sky so joyous? It was very difficult to explain. And that feeling, that was April of 2019. I tried it for 30 days. I did not want to stop. And it's been 5 years now of that feeling, by and large, sticking around. And so again, I didn't have bipolar. I know plenty of people who do, and schizophrenia, all these really serious things, but it's so meaningful for me personally to exactly the way you said it, the clean energy, the way you talk about it is like, you go and enjoy your life, and things are enjoyable, and food is there, and I love the food that I eat, but you can eat or not eat, and you can have endless amounts of energy to think through things, experience things, and do things physically. It's such a game changer. And I said it to my guests in the same way, like, don't you think like people who aren't carnivore might not ever really understand what this was like? Maybe a rare sunset or that wonderful moment with a spouse, but to have that feeling by and large kind of pretty much all the time, it's wonderful.
I love that. I think it's so sad that most of us, because we have the wrong nutrition information, we've been feeding ourselves improperly our entire lives. We don't actually know how we really feel underneath all of that bad food. And it's like a reawakening. And it's like, like I said to you too, like I'd never felt that well before. And when I did very strict carnivore for 8.5 months with only meat and water, I mean, really, it was really a life-changing experience, and even better than a mostly meat ketogenic diet. So there's some magic here. And people who are really hopeless, I think that this is a really important thing to consider trying, to see, what's possible, see what's possible for you. It's pretty, I love the way you described that, like, birds beautiful and, things kind of rolling off of you that would have bothered you before, you ruffled your feathers. And so it just, the brain works better
Yep.
when
Yep.
you feed it right.
Just the example of the 60-year-old guy that you were talking about, where 60 years of being hungry, and all of the things that come along with that, all of the medications, the doctor's visits, the feeling terrible, the brain, everything. It's just, yeah, it's such a wonderful way of living. I'm so grateful for your scientific mind and being able to go out and study this stuff even as long ago as you did, and come back and share that with everybody, and produce your book, which is amazing. I'm so excited to read it. So thank you, Dr. Georgia Eid, for everything that you have done, and thank you so very much for taking the time out of your very busy life to be on our show today. We really appreciate you.
Thank you very, very much, Casey. It's such a pleasure to meet you. And let me know if there's anything else I can do. I'm really very happy to have been here. And it's thank you for all your kind words and for letting me talk to your listeners.